We all know about Alfred Jodl and Wilhelm Keitel, the infamous Nazi generals executed after the Nuremberg trials. But what about the others? Today, we'll uncover the stories of lesser-known high-ranking German officers who also faced the ultimate punishment. Were they all willing participants in Nazi crimes? Or were some just pawns in a deadly game of power? Johann Georg Rickert. Johann Georg Rickert was a general in the Wehrmacht, born in 1890. He led the 286th Security Division in occupied Soviet territories, where his troops committed horrific atrocities. Thousands of civilians were executed under his watch, particularly in Belarus. Captured by Soviet forces in 1945, Rickert was tried, sentenced to death, and publicly executed in Minsk in 1946. Anton Dler. Anton Dler, born in 1891, was a general of the infantry. In 1944, he ordered the execution of 15 American soldiers in Italy, a clear violation of the Geneva Convention. After Germany's defeat, Dler was tried by a military tribunal. His defense of just following orders didn't hold up, and he was executed by firing squad on December 1, 1945. Gottfried von Erdman. Gottfried von Erdman, born in 1893, played a key role in defending Mogilev during the Soviet offensive of 1944. After being captured, he was tried for war crimes, including the deportation of thousands and the destruction of villages in Belarus. He was sentenced to death and hanged on January 30, 1946. Helmuth von Panitz. Helmuth von Panitz led the 15 SS Cossack Cavalry Corps, notorious for its brutal actions on the Eastern Front. Despite surrendering to British forces, he was handed over to the Soviets. Tried for war crimes, Panitz was executed in Moscow on January 16, 1947. His trial remains controversial, with debates over whether he was a scapegoat or justly convicted. Everhard Herr. Everhard Herr, an SS Brigadeffier, commanded the order police in Minsk. His units were deeply involved in the mass killings of Jews and others during the Holocaust. After the war, Herr was tried, found guilty of war crimes, and executed on January 30, 1946. Ludwig Cuerlwig. Ludwig Cuerlwig, known as the Limping Nurmi, commanded the 1st Mountain Division during the invasion of Poland. Later, he led operations on the Eastern Front and was eventually captured in Yugoslavia. In 1947, a Yugoslav court sentenced him to death, and he was hanged in Ljubljana.